Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. Today, we're going to be expanding our town even more. I think I want to build out a little bit more services to help with the zone over here. And I was thinking about making another brewery as well. I guess I should just get started. I know it's not much of an intro. I feel like intros are kind of a waste of time anyways, usually. I know for, like, stories and stuff, I tend to just, like... I guess I'll dismantle this wall. I tend to like, just, like, getting in there in medias res. And, with videos, it's no different. I'll just, like, skip ahead like a few minutes pretty often. So in following that philosophy, I'm just getting started. I upgraded the bakery, which is now done, and I'm building the first plaza here. I've decided I want a plaza in this little zone over here. We could maybe do like a lavatory or something in this little corner, and I'm also going to want to slurp this bread out of the bakery and send it to the super warehouse. In retrospect, or I guess for future cities, I think I'm going to want the super warehouse to be in the center of town and the transport sort of centered around it, or maybe like a combo of two warehouses. I feel like its position in the town is kind of hurting it a little bit. So obviously I think there's too much going on right now to fix it that. The bread is getting like pushed around, right? Like if I look in this warehouse, no, there isn't room for bread. I guess I will add in 10 crates for bread and then have a tiny cart down here. Fetch bread, radius, a slurp, destination, this top right one. I'm really thinking that because every time I have to ship something, I have to up the radius, and you can see that none of these crates are full, except for the fabric and the clothing. The brewer location. I was thinking the brewer could probably be in this like mountain range that I had dug out previously. So I'll just get these jobs underway as well. It's going to be Piganoids who are going to be moving in, so that'll be something. Something to keep in mind. I feel like they're still at happiness and loyalty 100. Definitely. Oh wow, they're just like completely lacking on furniture. I don't know if raising their happiness is going to raise the amount of them coming in, or if we're getting bottlenecked by just not having enough Piganoids being born in town. But it is whatever. To go with this plaza, I'm just going to build some trees because this is a Piganoid area and tilapia area. In fact, the was kind of a little bit of a waste. It is whatever. I guess I can build a tree back here as well. So why not? Then I'm going to want a torch. Torch can be right here in this corner so that everyone gets good lighting. And that should probably give like decent harmony and decent-ish awe. Realistically speaking, I need a couple like large statues, but this area is kind of like too bunched up. I see I'm at -4 odd jobbers. That is incredibly not much. I guess I will add in more odd jobbers. I should also increase the Cantor division size, since we have above 100 Cantors now. It is gonna just further exacerbate the lack of odd jobbers, for sure. I can always just like add in more of them, theoretically speaking. It says production is stalled. That's extremely not great. I guess we need more delivery men slurping the pottery out of this place as well. Well, whatever. Just let time advance. It's a good thing this grave pit's so big. With this stage, we should probably be semi-good on stuff. I kind of think we need another tavern worker, though. So I kind of want to just build another tavern up in this little, like, empty block over here. And that should help service all the tilappies that are in such dire need in this pottery building over here. Maybe it's a little bit wasteful because there's one like on the opposite side as well. I mean, more access has got to be more good. Just gonna do the same design I did for the other one where it's like walls in between rows, because why not, right? I'm pretty sure it's mostly efficient. You know what? I will slurp this in, actually. I've changed my mind. I think this should be a good enough tavern over here. Just need the coziness. Fantastic. Hold on. Why isn't this building just one larger? That's the real question. There's this other building that's already here anyways. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the ass fixing this, but it is what it is. Better to suffer minor inconvenience than have a tavern that is not 100% efficient. There we go. Fantastic. A wonderful little square tavern. Boom. We can just have like a little road. Go around here. Let's connect this block up, and the zone up here could be like another canteen or something. So this canteen is also full up on surfaces. I'm guessing part of it is just the insane amount of people in this like tight space here. I do think a canteen that's this skinny is gonna be kind of trash. Maybe just a eatery, but then this eatery is fine enough. Could do speaker stands, I guess. Have like another tiny plaza. Because I'm sure the tilappies, if we look at speaker stands, yeah, they're only 83% satisfied. So having more of them should be more good. Just in general, I'm going to want them to be like every other block, basically, as well. I think 4 of them is probably like way more than enough. We can just get some like big trees in between each of them. Get a road here and a torch. Torch can go, I guess. I mean, we can just do a bunch of tiny torches. So we're going to want like every 4 blocks to be a torch, basically. It is going to ruin the like spaciousness of it. But that is whatever. And then last but not least, we get some road. Sort of fill this area out. And we can have like a tiny like L-shaped building over here. On this side of it. Don't know what would be there except maybe like another lavatory. Or, no, there's no universe where a bathhouse would fit there. A little lavatory wouldn't be too bad. It's not like tourists are coming to see the bathrooms in this place, you know. Though I imagine in real life, there's probably, it wouldn't surprise me if there's like famous bathrooms that people went to. Or would go to. Like, I vaguely recall there's this like toilet that's like on top of a mine shaft or something. Which is just there to like terrify the fuck out of people. Just putting in like a power nub here. Should make the building like a little bit more rounded as well. Actually, you know what? I probably could somehow fit like another latrine somewhere. Actually, is that true? I don't think that's true. We've got the bleeding fever. That's pretty horrendous. Not really much to be done about it. Except, you know, hope that my hospital capacity is high enough to deal. But that's a nice little tiny half block setup. These transports are doing the schlorpening. Everything is looking pretty much nominal. Meanwhile, down south, we have no odd-jobbers, so of course this mountain is still plenty in need of work. We're gonna want... yeah, I'll get a bunch more tilapies, why not? We're gonna want some sort of services in this like area too. I feel like this whole like Piganoid village needs some updating, like pronto. It's got like kind of a nice like speaker stand over here. It's in the midst of a bunch of like harmony trees. But other than that, there's not a service in sight. Which is just extremely not great. Also, I could probably just remove water here. Just create like a little road. It will fuck with the fertility a little bit in this place, but we can always just like dig more canals or something. Like around this area. So why not? Just like boost the fertility levels. Never before seen levels. Don't think it's really gonna slow much down. I mean, it'll slow a little bit of traffic down, but who cares, right? Yeah, I guess down here will be the services area because there's not really much room. Do another stage down here. Be a pavilion. It'll be in its own little like nature plaza. I think I'm perfectly willing to put it to have it be like a corner plaza. Because then I have to worry about like harmonizing less area. It'll be like a 3 by like 9 area over here because I'm going to want some speaker stands as well. And then trees, because it is going to be Piganoids working in this new brewery as well. And then we can just put like a torch in somewhere as well. There we go. So that is part 1 of the services block. So we've got this bridge constructed. I'm just going to make it into a stone bridge as well, sort of marking the like increase in quality in this village. And do the same over here. Hold up. Definitely going to want to cancel these jobs. This area will be a stone bridge to match this one down here. Next up on the chopping block should be like a canteen or something. And I think I'm gonna demolish these rooms right here in order to build it, because I think it should be like interspersed with the housing up here. And I guess while they're getting to that, I'm gonna build another tavern as well. Tavern will serve all the people around here. It's just going to be like a nice long skinny. So I think that'll be cool. Just have... do I want to extend in this area? I feel like I want to extend in this area. Maybe I can't even... hold on. I might be able to fit like 2 tables here, if I'm careful. Oh, hell yes. I can just like squish this in a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit awkward, but that will preserve this doorway over here. We can just put like a knick-knack or something in the corner. Just gonna want this guy to go out all the way over here. I'll put a slight gap for taverneering purposes. For people to enter from the top. It is gonna make the building slightly less space efficient, but it should make traffic be less terrible. I guess I'll just have this area open up into this living block as well. It's either that or I make this building just the one row. I feel like there's almost no reason to do that. Now when we can instead have more tavern. I guess I can... There's no universe where I'll be able to fit another table there, so I'll just try to put in roundedness nuggies instead. Okay. Well, it's still very square. Whatever. It will have to do. Still at isolation 100. Now I just need carpets. There we go. It has been done. A grand tavernry. Oh wow. They actually cleared this place out up here really quick. The canteen will go up here. As I said earlier, it's going to be a disgusting rounded building, which will be perfect for the Piganoids who live in this village. They are absolutely into this sort of thing, which is very cool. It is extraordinarily rounded. That's kind of awkward. Maybe I need to build it sideways? No, I mean, this definitely... Okay, I've got an exotic idea, but let's just pretend this is a video game and not a real-life building. We'll just have a disgusting mix of tables and cooking stations. I mean... I'm pretty sure there's like actual... I feel like I recall an episode of like How I Met Your Mother where there's like a place where there's like sushi being served or some shit, sashimi or something, and the chefs have little like cooking stations in front of the tables. So maybe it's not unrealistic actually. Come to think of it. We're gonna need some more cooking station ability. Oh, this is a really nice area. Oh, we can get one pillar and that does the trick. Let's see. I don't know if I want like little tiny squat tables. I feel like that'd be a little bit dog shit. I think we might be in an awkward situation where we need to have big squat tables, and then I can put a cooking station back here. Then I'm gonna do another super table like this. And I can just put pillars on each side of this, and then I'm gonna have a cooking station here. And voila. The most foul canteen there ever was. Completely rounded, completely disorganized. Cooking stations and tables galore. 100% service. 100% isolation, it's not even 100% rounded. Don't understand how that could be the case. Well, now it is 100% rounded. And boom. That is amazing. There needs to be a lavatory too. I guess everyone's just shitting in the river in this fucking village. Maybe they're shitting into the crop fields. I know like human feces or whatever is like horrible for crops, or at least that's what I've heard. You're not supposed to use it. It might just be like for disease reasons or something, but imagine the Piganoids who like are herbivores. Maybe they would they'd have the good poops for this shit. That being said, I'm sure they would appreciate lavatory, so I'm just trying to figure out where I'd put them. Could just put it over here, I guess. Or we might want more than one, I suppose. But this little, like, nuggy zone is probably perfect for a lavatory. We can even make it rounded. There we go, almost 100% rounded. And we can just have, yeah, a bunch of horizontal latrines like this. Does that make sense? That would be 20 services, whereas I could instead have 24 services if I use every single square inch. No, I think these guys are actually more efficient. Actually, is that true? I don't know, this isn't looking much more efficient, not gonna lie. Well, whatever. Here is a tiny latrine. I mean, okay. There's gonna need to be a warehouse in this right-hand corner. It doesn't have to be that big a warehouse, right? So I could just extend this area out a little bit. And then I could have like some more latrines over here. And then I could have all the basins be over here. There we go. 26 services, and it's no longer rounded. I've made a terrible mistake. Okay, there we go. It's almost 100% rounded now. And then we just have a infrastructure, logistics, warehouse. And we just have a disgusting rounded abomination warehouse over here that, oh, this is actually terrible. You know what? I'm just gonna have the warehouse down here. I care not. Actually, we're gonna want a pretty huge warehouse, come to think of it. But this tavern's gonna be right next to a brewery. I don't need to have special storage for it. Okay. Well, I mean, this area is just gonna be like a little harmony zone then. I'm actually actively repulsed and dry heaving at this very moment. But it should be okay. It'll be okay. The pignoids will love it. I'm just gonna let time advance. The buildings have been set up. Now we just need to wait for more pignoids to come, wait for more other immigrants to also come. Definitely do not want a slave. I mean, Argonash slaves would maybe be cool. Because there's no universe where I'm gonna get Argonashes in town. How is the new bakery anyways? So the pottery still... No, it doesn't have full load. Or it doesn't have a full inventory, which is nice. You know, while the bakery seems to have very low workload, but it's got a shit ton of workers in it, so... I think the load is probably fine. Not quite sure how it all works, but I think if its workload is truly low, it would there'd be no workers there. How's the boyeries? So this one has a ton of people. This one has 1 worker. This one has 11 workers. We have enough leather and wood here for all this stuff. Maybe I just need to just manually add in the workers. I know it is gonna counter the sort of odd job that I'm going for. The odd jobbers increase. But, you know, I do need bows. So hopefully all the extra workers will like kickstart it, where they'll realize, oh shit, there actually is leather and wood to work with. And that'll be amazing. I have this transport up here that's not doing anything. So I guess I will set it to fetch grain and then put it in this like little bakery warehouse to keep productivity up. I'm sure the next like fall all this grain is gonna clog up this warehouse anyways, but probably no reason not to have it like that. No, we have a ton of science points. Is there anything that I'm not maxed out on? I know there's food shit. Oh, I can increase my grain, I guess, if I wanted to flood my storage even more. Other than that, looks like the mine could be improved, but I don't really have that much mine capabilities. I can improve the wood cutting. Looks like vegetable farming could be better too. I mean, I think spending like a few thousand on grain. Yeah, so it's 100% more. Good. We'll hopefully be fine. Maybe we could swap a brewery to be a like grain brewery. Maybe this could be the grain brewery. We could have like two types of brews. Like this could be the cider district, and then this is the grog district. I don't know, what is a wheat? Isn't whiskey wheat based? Am I just pulling that out of my ass? Like normal beer is made out of hops. I know that much. Pretty sure you can make alcohol out of pretty much like most foods for whatever reason. I guess just fruits in general just have the capacity. Or maybe it's just like related to like sugars, carbohydrates and stuff getting eaten by the yeast or whatever, which then makes the alcohol or something like that. Either way, this lavatory has a load 94%, which means we put it in just the perfect spot. The workers are definitely happy. How's the services? Is this going up? Oh, I see a lot of green arrows. In fact, if I can look, yeah, it's up by 0.01. That's magnificent. Oh my god, there's another actor house. Oh, that's embarrassing. What have I done? I've accidentally made the same thing twice. I mean, to be fair, if we look at services, stage access is not access 100, so I'm sure it's helping out a little bit. Looks like we're running a little bit low on crypt and graveyard access too. So we probably could stand to put one of those somewhere. The question does remain, where would I put it? Could have sworn I had a crypt over here, right? Oh, it's actually full. That's not good. Then I guess the next area we're going to want to crypt is going to be up near, I don't know, we could put it in this like corner space that we're not using near this church. I mean, it goes pretty friggin' thematically well, right? Churches and crypts, I mean. It's gonna be obviously for paganoids and tilappies because it is a disgusting rounded building, but that is life. You know, they need their own crypts too, after all. Can't have everyone just sharing the same crypts. Be disrespectful. Alright, there we go. It's a nice L-shaped building. You're gonna want graves, and it'll be just like little grave rooms. It could probably just fit like a... Now, if I remember correctly, like tiny statue technology was the way to go, right? At least that's how it worked for the other graveyard. So that is how it shall be. And we put a wall in between these two and get even more graves. Yeah, you can see this statue is 0.4, this is 0.2, but takes a quarter of the space. And this is 0.8, but it's composed of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces, and again, each of these gives plus 0.2, or 0.02. So 0.02 times 9 would be 0.18, 0.18. This is 0.8. Though obviously the tiny graves can't all fit, or the tiny statues can't all like fit in the one place. You know, you can't just have them all like blocked together in one, well, block. Even still, it is more efficient. I guess there'll be like a little statue area over here. And then I'm gonna want Probably the graves be like lengthwise this way. In fact, I think I can. I'm actually going to remove these and try to fill out the space as much as I can. There we go. Now I can continue building the graves. Obviously, like a little wall here will be cool. We're only at respect 39, so we're going to need to probably dedicate the rest of the space to statues, if at all possible. Or else we're going to have to remove graves, one of the two. And it's kind of looking like we're going to be removing some graves. Alright, we're at 95% respect. Surely we'll be able to squeeze in like another statue here or there. Surely, copium. Oh wait, hold up. 97%. We're almost there. I don't think it's possible. I mean, actually, hold up. I could extend the building out by one. And have a couple more statues over here. There we go. Hahaha. That's what I'm talking about. Now we've got disgusting, semi-rounded graveyard crypt. Very confusing layout, as crypts are often having. This looks a little bit like a D&D crypt, to be honest. This is just like so lengthy. Not built for walkability, it's just instead got rooms. But whatever. Boom. That should make sure everyone's religion access is still high. I'm guessing that bleeding fever. Jesus. Oh my god. These guys are so fucked up. Oh, one of them has perished. One of them just like got up. That was from an accident, that wasn't from the fever. I'm guessing the bleeding fever took out a bunch of people and that's why the crypts are all filled up, which is completely acceptable. We're kind of giga-maxed on clothing, which is a little bit not great. I think I just want to plop like another export yard over here so that we can export even more clothing. Might need to do so at the other giga tailory. Okay, I'll be honest. I let the game run for like 2 years and these jobs are still not done. I think they won't be able to be done during this episode. So I think I am gonna start to call the episode here. The canteen has been done, and the little services block we built up here has also been completed. The services block to go with the new brewery is almost done. And things are looking mostly good. We're starting to lose a little bit of cash. I think I am feeling as though we are sort of hitting the limits of New Ganymede. The entire map has been pretty much filled out to the brim, barring some exceptions. I think if we wanted to expand New Ganymede a little bit more, it would involve basically just removing farms, importing farmables, and just putting like a few more giga buildings in. But I kind of like having the farms. You know, it gives the pignoids something to do. So this may or may not be the last episode of this series. I am looking forward to the new update, or more accurately, there is a new update for Songs of Six called The Way of Water, which came out, I feel like a month or two ago. I haven't updated because I was doing New Ganymede. So we may or may not see that coming soon. This is quite the town. I feel like it has come far from its humble origins. Back right at the start, it was just this little block right here. This was the original throne room. This was the original warehouse, literally warehouse 1. This is our original bakery and carpenter, which was still there today. Very tiny. They're like tiny glory. This is our first training ground as well. Just absolutely hilarious. It's so tiny. And then there's this other one right here. Why aren't these just one building? I was very like a large building adverse because I felt like the pillars, there's just like so many of them. I kind of was under the false impression that they were like less efficient. And from there we sort of, oh my god, this jeweler is so fucked. What the hell? From there we just expanded out. I'm just putting a little janitor over here. Fighting many foes and basically just like covering the map in buildings. It's nice seeing the transition from little hodunk farming village sort of along the river to multiple tiny villages to eventually just like one mega city. Felt very organic to me. I mean, it was organic. I feel like I've learned a lot about the game just going through like one run all the way up until 16,000 people. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. So, that being all said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you next time if we continue New Ganymede, or if we go to another town, or for whatever else I do. Goodbye!